I wanted to come on and talk about the divine feminine energy that is like flooding the skies right now. And also I set up over here because I want to show you the snow. We haven't had much snow this year, and we're getting another nice like 6 inches or so of snow. I'm excited about it. But anyway, yeah, I had such an amazing day yesterday, and I didn't even put all the pieces together of what was going on energetically until like last night. Last night I was like flooded with just like information and experiences. Yesterday almost felt like years. I woke up in the morning and I was in this funk, and I had this like intense pain in my right shoulder, which keeps coming back off and on, and the right side is your masculine side. And there were some masculine issues that were coming to the surface for me, such as control, worthiness, what else? Power, when you're having a big Pluto transit, and we've got Pluto, finishing off through Capricorn right now, all of these issues are kind of coming to the surface for us to look at. And so I got into my essential oils, and I picked out an oil that's like really good. It was a blend, like a masculine blend, and the most prominent oil in it was Buddha wood, which helps you with all these issues. And then I used bergamot, which is for self-worth, and it's really good for the solar plexus. And then I needed a little feminine energy, so I put on some ylang-ylang, and that just softened it all. And then I went on to do some Kundalini yoga, because I was like, I just need to reset. I need to reset my mind, my heart. Let's get through this. And I did a heart frequency practice, and that just put me in this awesome state. And then I met with my friend Carrie Sosha, and we're starting this project together around the oils, and it's a very like divine feminine channel type of space we want to create. And we got together and we created our logo, which I'll just give you one little tip before I reveal it all. It does include the star pattern of Venus. And I also released my video, my presentation on the priestess and the goddess yesterday. Little did I know we were in a Venus gate. And this is when Venus and the moon conjunct. And it's a magical time where you can really use the power of your intention and commune with the divine feminine to bring your dreams into reality. And the other thing that was happening was it was 2/22, which holds the codes of Mary Magdalene and the Vesica Piscis, which I talk about in my presentation. And all of this was just happening, and I had no idea. So right now in Aries, we have Venus, the moon, Juno, Chiron, Jupiter, and Vesta. And so Vesta, Juno, the moon, and Venus are all feminine energies in the sign of Aries, which is ruled by Mars. So there's this opportunity for harmonization. There's this opportunity for saturation in the feminine of Aries, I am. And it's this opportunity for the divine union within to balance these energies of masculine and feminine. And so all of this is going on, and I have no conscious idea of it. And it's hilarious because if you can look at your own birth chart and see what house all Aries is in your chart. For me, it's the 12th house, which is the unconscious. And so I just kind of got a kick out of that I really had no idea, yet I had all this divine feminine energy just flowing through me. So I kind of wanted to make the point that you don't even necessarily need to know astrology, and yet it is still working through us all. And the more that you get in touch with yourself, the more you end up sort of flowing with these energies. And it's a part of how consciousness works. It's a part of how our consciousness is seeded with different ideas and different aspirations. And by the end of the day, I was feeling really good, but I was so sore from that Kundalini yoga. I decided to take a bath. And in the bathtub, I put my real salt in there with all the minerals and everything, and I felt called to open the Akashic Records. And this is something I took training for this winter, and it's something that I'm new to. But I opened the records for the collective, and I just wanted to share what I experienced, because it was beautiful. Like, I might tear up a little bit. But so I was witnessing this initiation. It felt like an initiation for a priestess. And I walked up to the ocean at night, and they were like, dive in. And I'm like, really, at night? Well, I don't know what's in there. But I did. I dove right into the waves, and I swam out, and I turned over on my back, and I just let the ocean hold me. And I could see from above. I was like looking down at myself from above, and I saw all the stars reflected on the surface of the sea. And I was like, just in complete bliss and peace. It was this challenge to face all of the fear you would have to do that, and just trust the Great Mother to hold you. And that's what I felt once I was out there. I just felt complete trust. And then this big whale came up and rose up, and then I was just held by this whale, and I just rode on its back, and I could just see the stars. And the message was just like, trust everything. Trust yourself. Face your fears. Trust that you will be held. And I feel that like March is bringing a lot of quick action, and it's going to be important to lean into this energy of just trusting. And it feels so Piscean too, to just flow, right? And like float on top of the ocean. And the other thing that I feel like was coming through was just to allow anything that's lying deep within to come to the surface, and just witness it and let it be and let it dissipate. So it was just such a beautiful moment and experience. And I figured I would pull a rose card from my rose oracle deck and see what comes up. And I'd love to hear if you guys are experiencing any of this energy. I think it's super interesting to look at where it lines up in your chart. And the other thing that I didn't mention, but I will, is, and you'll learn a little bit in my presentation about this, but Vesta is like the goddess that holds the torch. She's the goddess of the hearth and home. She keeps the fire burning. And so I love that we have her in Aries, which holds the spark. And she's taking that spark, and like this torch is burning bright for us to remember. That's what that flame holds. It holds our remembrance of the divine spark that we all come from. So it's this invitation really to come into unity. We have Juno, which is the goddess of partnership and marriage. There's this opportunity to come into the hieros gamos, the divine union within, the balance of the masculine and the feminine, and to feel oneness, to feel wholeness and at one with everything, and to take a break from this illusion of separation. Like we still need that in the 3D world, but like if you can allow yourself to let that fall away and see what you discover, right now is a really, really beautiful time for that. And I can only imagine how, if many of us take this invitation, and we will, even if you like aren't watching this or haven't watched this, the invitation will arise, and together I feel this big heart energy of like raising the frequency of the collective. So it's a really, just feels like a really special time. I got whispers of Mother Earth, creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, and channel. So if you have a creative project right now, it's a really great time to bring it down through you because of this energy. Because it's this very strong, divine feminine, unseen energy that we can bring down into action, Aries. And Aries is also inspiration. And so it feels like, and this is so appropriate, like leading up to the spring equinox, it just feels like these beautiful seeds are landing in our hands. And it's up to us if we're going to plant them. So just be sure to take some time to yourself and carve out time for creativity, creative projects, or just journaling, whatever. It's a beautiful, beautiful time to remember the goddess and to remember those divine parts of yourself. So I hope you all have a beautiful day. Sending you love.